If this is your first time to the channel, please do so. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit that bell for notifications, so that way you don't miss another video like this one coming your way. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. It does help our channel grow. Please feel free to leave a comment. We do get back to all of our comments. All right, folks. So we are back. Got to tell you, had a little trouble getting him to stand on his own. So I put the cart behind him, and it tends to hold him up pretty well. So I will show you what it brings and everything, but let's get his size. So I'm going to try and be almost as accurate as I can. So he's checking in at around 6 3/4 inches tall. Maybe it's slightly over. And then centimeters wise, he's more like 17 1/4 centimeters. All right. So a few different things come with our Hannibal Lecter. Not very much, but there are some cool key features that bring it. As you can tell, right behind him is that diorama that you can see. That would be the areas to where he's being transported out, and he would be in this position. So it does look a little bit like a cell, but it really isn't. You can see a door over there and everything else on this diorama. So yeah, we can take a look at that. So you can see that pretty much. And it's more of a harder like cardboard material, so it tends to stay in place on its own, which is really, really cool for this particular figure. And you could really make some magic happen when you get a diorama like that behind him, photo-wise, for a lot of you out there that love to photograph these and put them on your Instagrams and your X's and everything else, Facebook, however, whatever you do, or even sell them at toy shows or whatever it is, your photos. Yeah, you can make it happen with this. This figure is very photogenic. I'm going to just say it. All right, so like I was saying, is from the neck down, it looks like it's one solid piece other than the feet. I couldn't get him to stand on his own. Yeah, I couldn't get the feet to pivot up or down. So couldn't get him to go down or up. So I had to put him on there, and he's tending to stand. All this strapping does, it's not broken. It does have the little latches that go on, you can clip on. Soft molded plastic, so just to let you guys know, it's not hard at all. But this part right here, I do not think that he is very articulate. So we're gonna go more into that, but let me just show you what this guy brings. Okay, so here is a Sir Anthony Hopkins head right there. Don't know really how good it's going to photograph. And then you can even see they got some baldness right behind right there. Yeah, this looks dead on to him. I mean, this head sculpt is amazing. Neca knocked it out the park. Neca and Reel Toys with this. You can even see the indentations even on the forehead. If you really look good. I don't know if there's a way that you could pause this and really zoom it in, because I don't want my camera to go out of focus. But yeah, it is. These head sculpts are amazing. And then you got this one. This would be kind of that weird head sculpt that he had when he was in the movie The Rite, when he was sitting in the chair and the priest is walking by, even though he was a priest, but he was possessed. He had a strange look that was similar to this. And if you've never seen The Rite, then folks, I don't know what you are missing if you're a fan of Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, The Rite is on a whole nother level. So yeah, this is one hell of an actor. Sir Anthony Hopkins. Everything he does is just good. That's how you know you get some good timeless actors. And then you get this one, kind of like the Madness. They're kind of poking at him a little bit. You know, she's poking at him behind his jail cell when she's talking to him. That would be one of the looks that he would have when he starts to get a little aggravated. Hello, Clarice. Yeah, there you go. And of course, there you have the mass version of this. If you are looking on Walmart online to get this, It will probably be under the mass version. I do not think that Walmart has an actual picture of it. It will just have a picture of NECA, and it will say the mass version Hannibal Lector from NECA. So yeah, that's what they got, but this one I found directly in store. All right, so the other thing that it does bring is it brings this. And this is the push cart. You can see the headrest, pillow, everything that is there. This looks really good, and then you could get it to get that mean lean on the back. Everything just works out. So if you own the Frankenstein set where they built the Frankenstein monster little table, it's pretty much made with that same hard material that NECA uses for a lot of their stuff, including the Jason Voorhees playset for Friday the 13th. So you want to be careful with a lot of this, because once it's snapped, it's snapped. So just once you mess with it, just leave it and then let it do its thing. The wheels do move on their own. The back of this looks really good. You can see the rigid throughout the top, right behind the headrest. Yeah, and even the wheels on the back right here spin very well. So this is a really nice piece, folks. Yeah, you can't argue. You can get it to also retract and then come out, and then you push it up and it will retract. Super nice piece. Can't go wrong with this. There's where your money's at. It's right there with stuff like that. Okay, so as far as Hannibal Lecter himself, there you have it. Yeah, this head sculpt is just incredible, folks. I mean, yeah. And then you see this, and I like the way that they did this. For if you want to try to strap them to the actual cart, you probably can. I'm probably just going to put the straps together and then put them back on the cart. If I want to photograph or anything else like that. You can see all the hinge work right here with everything holding them down below the belt. And as far as like, let's get through this. So the head does look down. Hits that Michael, hits that Michael Myers side to side. Very nice. I believe that this sculpt has the mask already on it. So, but you can see the depth in those eyes. So right there, okay. And as far as like waist rotation or anything else, there is nothing, folks, just nothing. But the feet will move, and they will move from here, from the very top right there. You see that? And it's all molded. So if you want to see how he looks from behind, there you go. Sorry I have to hold this, but he does not stand on its own. I can't get mine to do it. You obviously could use the NECA stand, and he'd probably stand really well with that, but that's what I'm getting through there. And I love the paintwork. The paintwork is just beautiful. I mean, looks really good. You can't go wrong with that. And then the diorama piece in the back, you can see that, how that looked. I will open it up. There you go. You can see that. You can even extend it if you wanted it to. If you were curious about that, you can see the roll-up door right there, the walkout door that's next to the roll-up door. Yeah, this would be the area where they're wheeling them out. So, but there you have it, folks. All right, folks. So I decided to actually mount him to his cart. There you go. He mounts perfectly. Okay, so as far as getting him to actually the little holes, I can't really see him too well, but you could just mess with it a little bit and it will, they will snap into place. But that's something if you want to do on your own. As far as being able to bring it out, there's how he would look there. Yeah, that is very just sinister looking. I mean, this just is an amazing piece, even though it lacks the articulation. But this is one of those things that once you put it in your display, people are just going to be in awe when they see it. So there you go. There's how he looks there. And then we will move that up. You wanted to see a close-up on this head sculpt, so I will give you that close-up. There you have it, folks. Let me know if you're gonna pick this thing up. If you're a fan of Hannibal Lecter, The Silence of the Lambs, would you actually stay the night in the Buffalo Bill House? I believe that it is available to actually tour and stay the night in it if you have the funds to do that. Would you do it? If I had the funds, I would do it. It's a piece of history, folks. I mean, it is what it is, but this is something that is just timeless. And Sir Anthony Hopkins is a timeless actor. So here he is with his regular face, like as if, yeah, he's listening to what you have to say, kind of thinking about things. In the meantime, while you think he's listening to you, he's thinking on how he's going to escape, or looking at you in desire to possibly eat you, because we do know that Hannibal Lecter is a cannibal. So there you go, folks. That would be the head sculpt for that. All right, folks, so disaster has struck again with the NECA item. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to take this guy back. This head sculpt was very hard to put on, and it ended up literally snapping the ball joint right off. So luckily the head goes right in there, but look at that. It just snapped completely off. I am very upset right now, because I had similar problem with my saw figure, my jigsaw figure, when the figure just broke in half. And I still haven't found another one to replace it, but I do know that they had 3 of these yesterday at my Walmart. So I'm going to go back and look and see, and then see if I could exchange it. But yeah, the ball joint broke on that, folks. So I might as well just go ahead and just switch out the head sculpt for the more meaner looking one. And it's really too bad, because I absolutely love this figure, and it's just not, now it's just broken. So it won't even hold the head on. And so let me see if I can get the head to hold. All right, so that's about as good as I'm going to get this head to actually stay in place. This was one of the more meaner looking head sculpts that I absolutely loved, and I am very upset right now. I mean, I was so looking forward to this figure, and there's not really much to it. I mean, NECA could have easily have given us some better joint work. This is just cheap plastic that they put on and just snapped right off. This is something that occurs quite a bit with a lot of NECA items, so it's something that their quality control really needs to look into. Because I have a lot of NECA figures, from some Predators to a Saw figure, the Jigsaw figure, and it's the one all in black. I think it's the one all in black is the one that broke in half, or I'd have to look down in my library. He just completely broke in half, because I own both versions, the one in black, the one in red. But I think it was one in black, and it just broke right in half. But then now this one on the head sculpt, and that's one of the only areas of articulation, and it just broke. So yeah, that kind of sucks. So that's about as good as I'm going to get that head sculpt to stay on, because that one won't even stay in the shoulders at all. So folks, yeah, I'm going to have to hopefully see if I can get a return. If not, I'm going to have to just return it and wait till I find another, if they're sold out already. But that's a problem that NECA just keeps having, and there's just not enough of them out there for when one breaks to actually switch them out. There has to be something that we can do, folks, as consumers, to where NECA would be able to replace these hard to find items, because once they come out, and then you have something like this that happens, and all you want to do is just switch out the heads, and the heads just, something just wasn't working properly. And I think it was this, it might have been this head, I think it was this one, and the hole is just not like the other ones. I mean, it was just so hard to get it to work. But all right, folks, so anyway, please, happy holidays to all. Be safe out there. Like this video. Please feel free to share the videos. Also, don't forget to make sure that you're subscribed. For that way you don't miss more videos like this one. Yeah, and sometimes this is good for you guys out there to see this because now you know what to look for when you get yours. Do you have any NECA products that just break like that? Please feel free to leave it in the comments. Hopefully someone from NECA will see these videos eventually and they will say, hey, we got a problem here, so we need to fix it. Because this is going on quite a bit, folks. A lot of people I know are having this same problem where their figures are just breaking. All right, folks. So from MOE'S to yours, everyone. Good night.